Right, so I got this Coros Pace 2 watch a few months ago, and I've been using it every day, and I just love it. But one of the things that's a big difference from the Coros Pace 1 watch, so I used to own the old Coros Pace, and the software has improved dramatically, both on the watch, so what you get immediately after a run or during a run, and what you can get onto your phone. And so what I did is I took a screen capture from a workout a few weeks ago, and I'm just gonna walk you through it to show you some of the things, some of the potential for what you can do with this watch. So let's open the app up. All right, so right here at the top, you can see first your steps there on the upper left. And you can click on that and it shows you your steps for the day, your calories there in the middle, and then your active or your exercise time on the right. Then as we scroll down, you see your activities for the day if you've done a workout, and you click on that to see your course, and then it gives you all the data that you need. So your activity time, your pace, your fastest mile, your average effort, your heart rate, all that made basic info. Then as we scroll down, you're gonna see your pace over the entirety of your workout. So you can see if you've sped up, slowed down, or if you've held pretty consistent. Then it has these categories, aerobic endurance, power threshold. That's kind of useful, but the one lower I like more, and I just scrolled by it, but kind of that, those different categories. Now, once we get past elevation, here, this is really cool, your training effect. So it shows a tempo run, and that's what it was intended to be that way. I didn't put that in, but I was faster than normal. So it shows my anaerobic is improving, my aerobic's improving because it was longer and faster than normal. Then you see my individual miles there, not particularly impressive, but better than what I was doing. And then it was a light effort, so I entered that in myself. Now back on the progress bar, as I scroll down, you can see it tells me how much, what my fitness level's at and how much I should rest, where I'm at as far as overall fitness, and then that recovery time. So I can see that, you know, I don't have to get to 100% recovery, but you kind of gauge that to plan your next workout. And so that's really useful. And then of course it shows you the heart rate and things like that. So as I continue to scroll down, you see it also shows my sleep. And if I click on that, it's going to show me my light sleep, my deep sleep, my REM sleep, and the time I was awake during the night. So let's go ahead and click on there so you can see that. All right, so here you go, and it kind of breaks it up through the night, and it shows you kind of your sleep patterns. You see here that deep sleep, I had an hour and a half, which was 26% of the night. An hour and a half for me is actually really good. And so even though it was less than 6 hours of total sleep, I typically don't sleep very much. And so waking up at 4:45, that's pretty typical. But it was a really good night's sleep that night. So I was really well rested. You want that data because if you're not sleeping well, if you're not getting that deep sleep, you need to change things to your routine so you sleep better, because that affects your overall health and certainly your workouts. And so it's really important that you analyze your sleep. Then here on the body mass, I don't use this a lot. So when you first click on it, it's going to give you kind of a heat map for your workouts. And you see mine aren't lit up because I don't do a lot of workouts, but then you can scroll over to the weight there. And here it does sync with certain apps, but it doesn't sync with my body fat scale or the apps that I use to keep track of my weight. So that's, for me, I have to go ahead and click on that button, the add body weight, and I have to manually put it in. And so you just click on that, you scroll to the weight, it's gonna have your last place that you were at, and you just adjust it and confirm, and then it builds on that. So that's pretty good. So that's the main progress area. If we click over to activities, it's going to show you all the workouts you've done in chronological order, which is really cool. And then you can click on those to get all the details. I wish there was a way to export that or use it on a different program, but I haven't figured that out yet. The Explore button is cool. Now this is new for me. It's just going to open up GPS and you can go to different places. You can click what you want to do there. So if I'm on a run, I can set my start point, and then I can set my end point, and it will automatically show me that distance. And so I can plan out my runs in advance and go anywhere I want and kind of just map that out, and it's going to show me how far it is, which is really a cool feature of the new software. Then on the profile, of course, it's going to show you the different things you can do. I love this personal record tab. So anything that you've recorded in this software shows up here. So it has all your 5K time, your 10K time. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a way to export things from outside the app. So it'd be really cool if you could enter in your actual PRs, if you did those in a race or something. Third-party apps, so you see I'm synced with Strava. You can sync with a bunch of different apps, but not everything. So that still has some room for improvement. The last thing that I really love is in the training load, you can click on that from the main progress area or from the settings, and it will show you your predicted race results. Excuse me. So that's really cool to kind of see your overall fitness based on the workouts that you've done. What is your projected 5K time? What's your projected 10K time? And so since that particular workout that I just showed you, I've actually used that feature several times. And I love it because I'll do a speed workout and I'll do a 5K, I'll hit my predicted time, and then it adjusts all that predicted times. It sees, oh, he can do that, so maybe you can go a little faster. So I really love that feature. Overall, this has really been cool for me because it's given me a more analytical approach to my training schedule. I don't have to map out weeks or months in advance all my training details, because this takes into account what my fitness level is now, how I'm adjusting with time, and so it's really good for creating a training plan on the fly, which is really awesome.